I'm doing good. I choked a little on my lunch trying to get first. Oh god. Oh, don't do that, man. Rather not choke on your lunch. That's that's usually how accidents start, you know? I'm trying to also get the whole setup done as my brain is still not braining fully today. Worth it. Well, you got there. You got there. And since the counters have been introduced not long ago, you're one of the lucky few that actually have an actual number on the counter. 100% will die on this hill. So what you having for lunch then? I mean, is it weird to assume it might be bread with some chicken-ish type of deal on it? Got dumplings and chicken fried rice. Oh man, that sounds good. That sounds good. I'm glad this is my after dinner stream and I just had my dinner. Uh, because if not, that would have made me hungry. I'm sure it would. That sounds perfect, actually. Okay, let's see if I did this right. I did a little bit of setup. Yo, Lindsay, welcome on in. What did you have for dinner? I had like a sub with cheese and meat and veggies. It was very good. I got my sub, yes. I did. So I'm gonna try something. Well, the game isn't new for me, but it's a new game on stream for me. We're gonna make our own racing team. I don't know if any of you are actually into racing. And with racing, I mean Formula One racing. Because I'm a big Formula One nerd. I've been watching a long time already. I think I haven't missed more than like maybe 10 races since 1994. So, yeah, it's been a while. And I hope I did all the setup right. And if I did, then the intro should be playing in a bit. It is playing, but it isn't full screen. There we go. Yo, Smil, welcome on in. Oh man. Messing up the intro here. It's okay. I don't know. I don't even know why that happened like that. Why the screen kept going smaller and annoying. Annoying. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time probably. If I can get my mouse over here so I can lock it in place this time. There we go. So as you can see, it's been nearly a year since I last played this, but unlike Kenshi, that doesn't really matter on this game in terms of knowledge, because I think my knowledge doesn't really change much. Maybe a little bit in game mechanics, but it's not as complex as Kenshi is in game mechanics. So we're gonna create a new team joining the Formula 1 grid. It's the latest F1 Manager game, but it is of the season 24, since last year's game hasn't released yet. I'm not even sure if they do one of these every single year. So besides that, I don't really care. It doesn't really have to be the newest version in my eyes, as long as it's good fun, right? Well, well, well. If it isn't a Brett. How we doing, Brett? Welcome on in. Goddess is disabled. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Formula One. A new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware, as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to balance their aspirations for high performance with the risk of pushing too far and inviting catastrophic failures out on the track. With many drivers on the last year of their contracts, team principals will need to ensure that they're kept in the right mindset across the whole season, as well as managing sponsor demands and protecting their most valuable assets from the prying eyes of their rivals. As a new competitor enters the fray, anything is possible. This is Formula One.
It's so weird seeing this with the non-copyrighted music settings. It's so different, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, some F1? Yeah, some F1, Brett. Wanted to try it up. It's a good game. I think it's a very good game, so I wanted to try it on stream. Been a while since I last played it. Felt like doing a little bit earlier already. I think we've talked about it on stream, actually. And yeah, here we are. I thought, why not? Since we lost our Kenshi run, why not? I'm doing alright, just chilling, getting ready soon to watch a movie with some friends. Oh, is it the movie you talked about earlier? How it goes? My side goes swell. I mean, my brain is functioning at about 80%, but that's fine. It's good. I think it's good. Yo, Henry, welcome on in. How we doing, Henry? Hope you're having a good weekend. And I hope your weekend isn't filled with
I'm
work.
with the science team.
That one made me giggle. Yo, P. Ray, welcome on in. Yeah, I played some F1 25 and I enjoyed the game a lot. Oh, yeah, but this isn't a regular F1 game. This is F1 Manager. There's a big difference. We don't do the racing ourselves. We step in the role of team manager. Yeah, that Backrooms movie. Yeah, I gotcha. Be ready to have a sleep. Yeah, I mean, that guy is wild. I mean, I thought I had a messed up sleep schedule, but he might be just similar, same, copying it. Only thing I don't like about the food I got is that there is so much onion. It doesn't affect the taste much, but I don't like the texture, so I have to pick them out. Well, that's one option, or you just enjoy the onion. I mean, onion, I like onions, man. You can't go wrong with onions. I don't think you can. He's back. Yo, crew, welcome on in. We're back. Yes. Trying some racing. So in the meantime, if anybody's got a suggestion for what team name we should run, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I'm gonna make lunch. Don't you run away. I'll be right here. I hope driving fast. That's the goal here, crew. Enjoy your lunch. Ferrari. There's already Ferrari, Brett. We're adding a team, so I don't wanna. Anyone want a sandwich? Oh man, I just had dinner, but I'll take one. Yeah. We don't want to add like a double team like that. That would be kind of weird. But we're adding a team to the grid, making our own team. I can reassemble the whole onion with access on how much is in there. Okay, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I've like, did you ever try an onion, like eating an onion like an apple? It's not the worst thing. I like that. I'm so curious, what's their monthly onion expense? It's really in your mind there, Egg, isn't it? Onion is not only tearing up your eyes, it's tearing up your heart. So any suggestions for our racing team name? Because we're gonna base it, because we gotta be proud. We're gonna base it out of the Netherlands, that's for sure. And surely I'm not gonna call it Frontier Racing. That's a good placeholder, but we're not gonna keep that. Have you perhaps had a sibling or a cousin named Shrek? Perhaps lives in a swamp and looks like a little green. I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, probably not. Probably not. No, probably not. I might be the Shrek in the family, actually. All right, I'm off. Enjoy your movie there, Brett. I hope it's gonna be a good one. Just decided to pop in and say what's up and how goes it. Always appreciate it when you pop in, Brett. Have a great one. Noctoya. Oh, I see what you did there. Later chat, later streamer, later Brett. I like that. I'm gonna run that. Noctoya. Okay. Next step. So basically here it's just asking how difficult are we gonna make the start for ourselves? Are we really being like a full new team and starting with nothing? Are we like a big budgeted team, or don't we have any budget at all? It's basically deciding the backstory and how we managed to enter the grid. And I think adjusting the start performance of the car, yeah. I think you can at least do in the facilities. Yeah, you can do it like per facility building. So I'm kind of leaning towards a little bit more challenging at least, which would mean that we probably run last a lot at first, or at least at the back end of the grid. And it also means that everything we do has a greater impact. So if we make good decisions on development or strategy, we can actually make a way bigger impact on it. So maybe a little less money. Lurking while pulling weeds. Enjoy the lurk there, Drake. Much appreciated as always. We do love our lurkers. And then if we look at our facilities, what makes sense if we just started like we're a brand new team, I mean, kind of, we can keep this as is. That's fine. I mean, we won't have such a good race simulator. We'll make a bit better of a team hub. I think that's fine. We'll just keep it like that. And then our car performance, we'll just go one tier lower to make it a little bit more challenging. How did you know? Thank you so much for the posture check. I was failing. I was leaning in. Next step is our most important part. We got to pick who we're starting with, both in drivers and in key staff. So I like to start with the drivers. And I don't know how much you guys know about drivers. I don't remember how good the drivers perform in this game. I have a shrimp sense. Well, it's a good one then. I can always tell. That's a special quality then. It's a hidden talent. You're sure you're not a witch? Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Don't shoot! I'm with the science team!
That one makes me giggle. It's funny. I've put in that redeem, the science redeem, and it's actually on a cycle. Like there are, I don't remember how much exactly, but there are a few that can pop up. Some are more rare than others, but it's fun. I'm literally a sandwich. It's in my name. Yeah, it might have been a pun. Maybe. I don't know. You never know. Anyways, we can make real-life drivers that in this season don't have a seat race for us, or we can just make a new driver. That's great. I like how they change. That's good. I enjoyed that. It's basically like the reason for it is because I still can't find the soundbite I was looking for. It's driving me insane. And that's crazy. Oh, we can even... Oh, wow. Okay, well, just pick some drivers. I don't want to spend too much time in setup anyway. So, is there any driver that tickles your guys' fancy? Because I'm fine. I mean, we got a New Zealander, I think Lawson is. A Danish driver. Lawson currently is in F1. Magnussen has been in F1 for years, but lost his seat. Joe has been in Formula 1. Giovinazzi's been in Formula 1. Van Dorn has been in Formula 1. Sargent's been in Formula 1. Mick has been in Formula 1. Fessi's been in Formula 2. Same goes for Iwasa. Behrman. Oliver Behrman is in Formula 1 right now. He's doing an awesome job as a youngster. Award is driving in the Indies. So was once rumored to join the Formula 1. And I think this is like the biggest outlier of this list, because I don't think he's ever been close to getting into Formula 1 in real life, that is. Now there is a budget that we have to take into account. So currently we got Mick and what's the other one we got? Oh, Boucher. They're both 3 million per season. I'm guessing that means per annum, so. That reminds me, I looked into that game. I lost and you said it could be. It's definitely it. I watched the video that gave me more memories of it. Nice. Ah, that's good to hear, B-Ray. Happy that helped. Like I said, I'm pretty good at finding stuff that are lost like that. If it's for somebody else. Finding my own stuff that's in my hat and it's driving me insane, that's a whole different story. Okay, so if nobody has a suggestion, we're just gonna do random numbers, I guess. Because I don't really care. I mean, there's stat differences as well, right? So you can see pace, concentration, and racecraft. But I'm pretty sure most of them on here are pretty balanced. Some are better in concentration, some better at racecraft. The best one of this list surely would be like Magnussen or Lawson. Let's take the one I think has never been close to Formula One and is hard to pronounce. Ryo Hirakawa, I think, something like that. And make it fully Asian with Ayumu Iwasa. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, thanks, Nock. I'm not sure if I would like to play it again, but a mystery has been solved. If that itch has been scratched, that's already a W in my book, right? Okay, so technical chief. We're just gonna go with the highest ratings ones for now to make it a little bit easier. And if there's a tie, let's pick the best name. Let's just make it out of picture or name, whichever you guys like best. So either Dirk de Beer or Guruyol. One is 60 years old. They cost the same. Their level is the same. One is 44 years of age. The other one's 60. Joel and the Beer. Of course, it's split again. Let's see if any of you can give a deciding vote here. Is it gonna be? Are we going with Dirk de Beer? Or are we going with Guruyol? I mean, if you look at the backstory of the team, the team being Dutch, de Beer would make more sense, since that is a Dutch name at least. The way you say Jol has to be him. Oh, you probably pronounce it Joel or something, right? That's the more English way of pronouncing it. Oh, X saying the Beer as well. Well, then that's set. We'll take the Beer. Then the sporting director. I was thinking Joel. De Beer. You're thinking about the English word for beer, right, Smoo? Probably. Most likely. De Beer in like, yeah. Translated, it actually means the bear. You know, the ones that shit in the wood. Let's see. Best rated sporting director is faceless guy Jeremy Cotterill, or however you pronounce it. We dueled for it, and I won fair and square. There we go. Then for our race engineer for car 1, we're going to go with Just Beckett. And for race engineer car 2, we're going to go with Pierre Hamelin. Which sounds French. Probably Canadian. Can you, like, you can't see. Okay. It's fine. So let's go to the next step. And here's when it gets interesting. So back in 24, you had 4 engine suppliers. And we can't produce our own engine. So we got to pick which engine we're going to buy. All 4 of them have, well, perks and downfalls on them. So the highest one in power is gonna be Honda, but we lose a lot in, for example, fuel efficiency and durability, surprisingly. I don't think that's all that bears do, but that's pretty darn close. Well, I didn't say it was all, but I'm pretty sure they do shit in the woods. Most likely, although normally the saying goes like you don't eat where you shit, and I'm expecting bears to also like eat in the woods, so might be a little bit issue there, but who knows? So is there any preference by anyone in chat? Because honestly, yeah, there's only one engine that I don't like out of these 4. Normally, like in real life, the Merc engines are known for their durability. Bears don't apply to societal explanations. That's true. That's true, but it's more like a law of nature that you don't eat where you shit, or shit where you eat, or vice versa. Renault looks like the most balanced one. Yeah, that's the only one I don't like. I mean, if you guys want to, we can go with Renault, but that's more like a real life connection I have, because it's weird. Their whole history is weird in the sport, and that's fine. And they've been very successful. I mean, they've won plenty of titles throughout the years. I find it surprising that Ferrari, it says that it's 95 power, but the rest looks like 4 even. And basically, compared to Ferrari, for example, the Renault, I don't know how to pronounce it in English. No, Toyota. No, there isn't Toyota. I mean, if it was Toyota with the name we've picked, we definitely would have been Toyota. Be right. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. But since Axie said most balanced for Renault, let's go with Renault. I'm fine with that. We'll make it work. We'll bring them back to glory. Honda's basically the same. Wait, what? No. So the power of the Honda is 20% higher than the Renault. Only the durability of Renault is a little bit higher. And the fuel efficiency is a lot better. Oh, as Toyota, you were joking. Okay. Honda's basically the same as Toyota. Okay, we'll go with Honda then. Fine, that makes more sense. Honda Yoda. Not Yoda. Man, that's hard to pronounce. very important part is how do we look as a team, right? Because let's see, we can just take a preset out of the whole thing. Man, that looks so weird. But I kinda, if we can, wanna have like a little bit of an unbrandish color scheme. No ads. Oh no. Does the car change at all? No. Okay, so we go back. We'll just make a new one. Real quick. We're not gonna do like a little big hustle. I just want like a main two-tone car. That would be great. I don't want to buy skins. Not that invested in it. There aren't any two-tones, really? Okay, well, we'll take this. That's fine. And then we'll do colors. And let's get... blue. I think we're just gonna do black, so it doesn't really matter where we land on that scale. I think this is close enough, right? Then the question is, do we want it gloss, satin, carbon fiber, matte, metallic? Let's go metallic here and... oh, hold on. There we go, and then we'll put this on metallic as well, probably. There we go. Okay, then we have a car. And then we'll go with a quick suit as well. Sexy, it's a sexy car. I think it's very fitting to have it at least a little bit on brand, right? And now a logo. Let's make a quick logo. Color. We'll take black. Sorry. We'll take black. And then we add. Now there isn't an owl, so we'll take an eagle. And then we'll put another owl, eagle, thingy-majiggy. And we'll move this one. There we go. Wait. Oh, I have to click this. Okay, sure. And then we go here. And that's basically making our team principal, right? So we got a forename and a surname, so we just go Nocturl. And start game. I think that's it. Yes, let's go. Let's get racing. Well, prepping for racing. I mean, it, like I said, it's not, if you're expecting like me racing a car, that's not this. Hi, welcome to Noctoya. It's very exciting to have you on board, and we're looking forward to taking on the season under your leadership. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. So our season objective is 7th or above. They want us to be a points contender on the long term. That's great. So now the good thing about this game is it's very in-depth on a lot of things. Because we can develop our car in parts. And there is wear and tear on parts. We have to take into account our powertrain components. So we got the engine, the ERS, which is basically the electric part of the engine, because ERS stands for the energy recovery system, and our gearbox. But you're only allowed certain number of parts throughout a season. If you go over it, then you get penalties, all kinds of fun stuff. So if we look at our car, we have the car performance relative to the rest of the grid. You can see how good every part is actually, or no, how much influence every part is in every category. So currently our car is pretty good at accelerating. It's top 5. And pretty shit at the rest. So we don't like that a lot. So what we want to do is probably do the big upgrade first, being a chassis. Because it's going to take a lot of time. So we're going to design a new one. Now we have limited amount of hours we can spend for testing in either our CFD, which is basically a computer simulating, or our wind tunnel. But pre-season we have a bunch of hours that resets pretty fast actually. So we're gonna spend a lot of time on our new chassis out of these hours, and then we're gonna put some time, because we want a very good chassis. Now we can also highlight which areas we want to improve on. As you can see on the right now, it will give us a little bit more top speed, more DRS effectiveness. I'm not sure if anybody of you knows racing, so I'm just gonna talk about the basics of racing as well. So in the rear wing of these Formula 1 cars, there's a flap that at certain areas on the track opens up, reducing the drag, and that's called the DRS, which stands for drag reduction system. It helps with gaining a lot of extra top speed, so it can help you with overtakes. It's basically a gimmick they made to make racing a little bit more exciting in a very non-exciting era of racing. But we can choose where we focus on. We know that acceleration we're pretty good at, so we can't be bothered for that really. They highlight what's important for the next track, but our part won't be ready for that track, so I'm just gonna ignore that part currently. Very important things for us is gonna be our reliability, so we need better engine cooling, so that helps a little bit. We want to lose weight. That would be great, because less weight means more speed, basically. But overall, we want just a better performing car on certain levels. And I think the first thing we want to focus on is top speed. So if we get behind someone right before a straight, we can easily overtake them. So I think we're gonna... Do I need to go to the next step? Yeah, okay. I was premature on that then. So I think we're gonna put in as much work we can for our drag reduction, which grants us a lot more top speed. It doesn't help in our engine cooling, but we can put that back up. So we want everything to not get worse, at least, because we don't have room to get worse. And then hopefully... Okay, so we take off a little bit of weight as well. Which means our lifespan of the part goes down. But all of our other stats go up, so... It's just like fiddling around a little bit, finding a spot that works. I think we're just gonna go for this. And then in the next step, we'll have to assign our engineers that are available. But we want to make a few more parts if we can. So we're just gonna put in 4 engineers. It will be completed in 26 days. The next race is in 11 days. We also have a cost cap we have to worry about. So the design cost is gonna be $1 million. We have currently 4 million in the bank, and we're allowed to spend 120 million. So that's really an issue. But let's get on it. Can we do another thing? Oh, we can also look at the cars. Yeah, so that's fine. Let's design an underfloor as well. That's another big part. And we're gonna spend all the other hours on it, basically. Because we won't have a lot of money regardless. Now here's the same thing. So I'm gonna take off a little bit of weight. Let's do 2 clicks of weight off of it. We want to focus mainly on top speed and dirty air tolerance, because the better our dirty air tolerance is, the easier it will be to follow other cars. So first I'm gonna go all marry on the drag reduction, and I think the rest actually will look pretty good. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. I think I'm happy with that. I'm not sure if that works at all, but I'm fine with it. And then let's leave 2 open and do 2 more parts. And we'll do a front wing. We don't have testing hours, so this is going to be a very basic front wing. We're probably never going to produce a front wing, maybe even. But still, let's try and do it anyways. And let's focus on tire prep as much as possible. I'm fine with that. We put in 1. Oh, it costs 1.8. Okay, we can't do a front wing. And a rear wing. That sucks. How much does this cost then? Also 1.8. Okay. Side pods? I thought they were all... Side pods we could do And then we might be able to do a suspension. Yes, okay, we'll do those. Okay, suspension will go there, and then there. And take off a little bit of weight. There we go. And one more, and we'll do side quads. So basically you're taking like control of the whole team. Like you decide how the car is developed. Which areas you improve. There we go. That's all we can do right now in development anyways. I don't think we can do much more, so we're just gonna proceed with time and get some money in. We need some sponsoring. Okay, we got 2 meals. Well, our key staff, but we just hired them, so we know all about them. Welcome to the 2024 season. With the sound of screeching tires, the time has come for a brand new season of Formula 1. Last year we watched as Red Bull secured the Constructors' Championship with Max Verstappen accelerating to victory in the Drivers' Championship. As the teams are revving up for another action-packed season, get ready for drama, intense battles and a fierce rivalry. Yeah, that word. It's impossible to know who will come out on top, but one thing's for sure, it's set to be one of the greatest years for Formula 1 yet. Sure thing. Sponsors. Okay, so we need money, and there's different ways we can get money. We get an upfront payment, and I think it differs between all of them. Yeah, so we got one like with a big lump sum in front of 19 million, and the other one's both 2.9. The other 2 ways we can get funding is by hitting goals set by our sponsors during race days, or engaging with events. So currently, I mean, I don't care about which brand it is. I just want the most money. And since we're starting, let's just go with the lump sum. And I think we're just gonna, yeah, fully go. Oh, more facility, sure. I think this is fine. Let's take this. Then we got some decals available. But I'm fine. They put the sponsors on there, right? See, we got sponsors, it's fine. Sponsor plan. So now we set up our engagements, and we need to hit 3,300 points, and per event it gets different kinds of points. If we hit that target, we get that money. But there are debuffs, so if we do like the biggest one, send our drivers, the drivers will perform a little less, because they have to speak publicly on behalf of the sponsors on race days. But hey, it's drivers, okay? They have to handle that pressure. Factory. We don't want our factory to burden at the moment, as we want to design our car to get better. So we'll just put in as much points as we can without impacting facilities. There we go. Okay. Our Dirk de Beer has just leveled up his performance rating. That's great. It's a good pick. Let's get to the race weekend and let's see how we manage. sponsor package confirmed. That's fine. So the post-Bahrain testing results, that's not looking all too good, like expected. But we're still 5th in acceleration. That's something maybe. Scouting for young talent. We got pretty young drivers right now, so I'm fine with that. Hello Noct, I've compiled a report of how our drivers have been developing during the past months. Please see the results attached. Well, no development at all, it's just their performance since nothing really happened. And then some circuit information, it's all fine. Let's set our targets. So the more risky target we take during the weekend, the higher the payout's gonna be. Our current overall ranking for car 1 is 17th. Our rank on the grid is not... wow. So we're gonna go... so there are 22 cars. So we're gonna go for 20th, which means he has to beat his teammate and another team. And we'll take a little bit of cash there if he can just beat one. I'm fine with that.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right, 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. And keep an eye out for a new face this weekend as we prepare to see a debutant take to the track. It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama.
Okay, so our first race as a racing team. There are practices, 3 practices before we start qualifying. And I'm hoping that the drama is for other teams instead of ours. F1 drama. Yeah, well, hopefully for the other teams. So during the free practices, what we want to achieve is a car setup that works. So we want to learn the track. So the driver has to get known with the track and the car parts. And then has a setup that performs pretty good. And since we don't know anything basically about this track, the way you set up the car, you angle your front wing and all that kind of stuff, and then have different categories where the car performs in. These sliders, the more laps they've driven, the more information you get to fine-tune the car. And since it's first testing, there are like big parts that you can't really change that fast during a free practice, like the entry roll distribution. So we're going to put one car totally to the left and the other car totally to the right, and then hopefully we get one of them close and see where to go from there. And we'll want them to run quite a few laps in the first run. And let's save our parts. Let's not put a lot of wear on them. So we're not going for fast lap times. We're going for knowledge. So basically here we do the same, only we do the entry roll all the way to the right. And we're just going to assume both our drivers are of similar quality. And let's get going. And we're going to manage the session. And I'm sure we're going to manage the session. So this is going to be our main view. And if I remember, yeah, Space is pausing the game. So we got an hour of practice ahead of us. And we're just going to send out our car for the first time. Sexy looking car. I think you were so right there, Lindsay, calling this car sexy. And we'll send out car 2 as well.
Okay, radio check.
The game looks so different than I remember. Maybe I did something with the settings at one point.
Radio is good.
So you can actually do this in a real time all the way through.
Okay, good braking, please.
We're not going to do that though, especially not on free practices. Because that's going to be a very long one. There are different camera angles you can choose from. Like right now we're following our car number 1, so Hirakawa. You can drive on board with him, different angles, like nearly all the TV screens. Or you can just do the overview of the track layout and see where all the GPS signals from every car are coming from. During any session we do, whether it's race or practice, we can also increase their pace, so how much they stress the tires, how much fuel they burn, or how much battery they use. We can also like look at different stats, like what the driver is feeling, what times they're doing. There's like a whole bunch of statistics and screens we can work with. Call them into the pits to change things, look at temperatures for tires, for performance, if there's any issues with major parts in the car, or damages on aerodynamic parts in the car. But for now, if there are no questions or anything, anybody wants to have anything explained or anything, I'm just going to speed up time and let them run. And we'll see on the leaderboard, I mean, we'll be way too slow. Oh, and when the radio has like an important stuff, it will always take us back out. But since we're not pushing, they're not going to get heat in the tire, so they're going to complain about that constantly. But I'm fine with that. So we'll just see if their lap times are a lot different, maybe. Or how much we're behind the lead car. That's fine too. We're 4 seconds off the pace currently, which is fine. Which is, like, in Formula 1 terms, ages. It's miles. But we'll see. It's only free practice. It's about gaining stuff. We can see on top of our cars, you see the red track knowledge is going up slightly. Our car part knowledge is going up slightly. It's different per driver. And then the last part, that's actually the knowledge about the setup. So as soon as they hit that, we could bring them in, and then we know a little bit better how to set up the car. Now, the better the driver is, the easier it is to actually get it set up done right quickly.
Quick feedback on the car on balance?
Yeah, not great.
Copy that.
So right now, he's got 5 out of 5. So he's saying the setup sucks, basically. But we're gonna let him finish this stint anyways.
How was balance?
So the car feels pretty good to me,
Copy that.
meaning that the anti-roll bar to his side is a lot better, and then we can work off of that. The reason why I'm gonna let them run out this stint is because the more laps you do in concession of each other, the better the drivers get known with the racetracks and with the car parts. And there are 3 practices, so we got a little bit of time to get the setup right. And as soon as the plan, so we planned them for 20 laps, if they hit that target, then they'll come into the pits on their own anyways, because either way they'll run out of fuel. And here we are. Okay, so now we can see the sliders changing. So this is what the driver is demanding of the car, how he reacts. So how much oversteer he has, his braking balance, and all that stuff. So now we want to get those sliders in those areas. And currently his satisfaction with the setup is 61%. We would love if we could hit both of them in the 90s. So let's see. We want more straight speed, because straights max means way more top speed. So the way to do that is just take off some wing. So if we take like 1 degree off the front wing and the rear wing, then we're into that area at least. And I think I'm fine with this going for a second run. And we've done over half of our first trading session. So we're going to refuel him for 60 more laps. And then confirm it and also go in here. Yeah, so he's totally not happy. So now it's going to take a lot more time to work on his car to get a setup in. But we're going to try to at least get it a little bit better. And we'll go a little bit more extreme on our little friend here. Since there's a lot of work that needs to be done as well, it's only more knowledge we're gaining. And we'll give him 12 more laps. And that's just a guesstimate, I don't know. So now it actually takes time reconfiguring our cars, getting that new setup in. So we're going to speed up time. Car 1 is done. Because we didn't have to do the major part changes on this. He can run more laps. So now you'll see that car 2 is going to take a lot more time to get there. And right before it's done, I want to maximize his time. So we're going to run it slow. So as soon as it's done, we can send him out so he can get the most amount of laps in. There we go. And now we'll just run this practice through the end. This should be fine. Because I really want to speed some a little bit up. Normally, I probably would like to take a little bit more time doing this.
Cars off there. They
Okay, something happened. Let's watch that replay then. He actually hit us.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
He actually hit us. See, like I said, I don't like Renault. Okay, so we got rear wing damage, suspension damage. Great. Well, I can still keep driving, so let's just keep him driving. Let's hope he doesn't crash on his own.
Keep your tire hot.
Oh, and what we could do is like make them push on the tires.
Let's focus on warm.
Because after this session, we're not going to use the tires anymore.
Will you work on tires?
It's not the other team's drama now. No, and we're low on money, and we got to replace the parts anyway. So it's not a good thing, that's for sure. I mean, we're still very much off the pace as well. 4 seconds is really a lot. But then again, we're still not pushing or anything, so I hope to be a little bit closer at least come qualifying.
How was the car?
Copy, the car balance was quite neutral.
Yeah, copy that.
Neutral, okay.
any balance comments.
That's why they hit you, because we want to get closer?
Copy
The
that.
car feels great. Okay, that's what we like to hear. Now we can use a little bit of time to at least reconfigure, although it doesn't really matter. Off the pace, because we were off the pace they hit us. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's quite interesting. Oh man, that's gonna be tough to get that all the way, all in there. Because I'm pretty sure we don't want to run with that much wing, regardless. Because the more wing you run, like more angle on the wing, the more drag you produce, so the less top speed you reach. Now top speed isn't anything, because you always want like corner speed as well. But I kind of feel like we want to run 4 and 11 degrees anyways. I'm not sure how we're gonna get the traction back in there. I think this is the closest we can get to it currently. Well, we'll just confirm it, it's fine. Okay, that's our first session done. And we finished last and second to last. Or first to last. If we flip it around, we're first. But this is the most important thing. Track knowledge, car part knowledge, and 80% setup satisfaction. That's pretty good, actually. Yo, Moa, welcome on in. How we doing? So our second practice, now we can fine-tune this setup as well. And clearly, if we want to get the traction in that spot, that little sweet spot, then we'll have to change up that at least. So maybe we run with this first. Yo, Moa coming in with a 35 stream streak? That's insane, man. Holy moly. Now our second car, because it got hit, is missing car parts, so we need to install a new rear wing and a new suspension. Luckily we had some spare to get started, but it's not looking good. We did the car setup already. Drive faster? Yeah, we gotta drive a lot faster. I mean, we were over 4 seconds off the pace, so that's quite a thing.
Fuck is green, fuck is green.
So we're gonna go a little bit faster through the next few sessions, just trying to get that setup right. And then hopefully we get those numbers up nice and high. And then we can go into the actual racing that matters. So first we gotta do a good qualifying, get up the grid as far as we can, and then hopefully do a little bit of racing, and actually not be gapped by the entire field. I heard Formula 2 racing is better than Formula 1. It depends on how you look at it, crew. I mean, in terms of things that happen, then yes. And then I would even claim Formula 3 is better than Formula 2. But that's because, look, it's a setup to the Formula 1. Wait, Formula 2 is the thing? It is, yes. It's the feeder series. Us being a smartass, well, you're way more wiser than you let on. So last weekend, like in real life, there was the Canadian GP. And it was the first time that Formula 2 also went to Canada. And although we had a very exciting Formula 1 race, Formula 2 was way more exciting. But it's a lot of young drivers trying to prove themselves. Besides that, in Formula 2, the cars are the same chassis. A lot of stuff on the car is all the same parts. And in Formula 1, that's one of the biggest things about Formula 1. You have to design your car yourself. Sure, you can, like we had to do with our team here, we picked an engine supplier, right? So you can buy certain parts, but still like the whole working chassis, you'll have to do the design and production of it yourself. There's not Dallara where you can buy it from, which is pretty common in a lot of racing series. Oh shit, it goes all the way to Formula 4? No, it goes even further. Only the naming doesn't. But yeah, there's a lot of levels of racing, because you also got the Formula how's it called, Freco, Formula Renault something. They all drive Renault powered cars, very small nimble cars. It's all like a big promotion degradation thing, although you don't necessarily go up a tier when you perform well in one tier. It's depending on certain factors. Formula E and then the IndyCar is a part of it too. Yeah, they're like different branches. So usually they say like Formula 1 is the pinnacle of motorsports, and then Formula E is the electric variant of it. I think that's been around for about 10 years now, maybe even. Those are fully electric cars, and then the IndyCar is like basically the US version of Formula racing. The biggest difference between the idea behind the racing series in IndyCar and Formula 1 is that IndyCar, I think, has like one chassis or two chassis you can pick from, and they drive on a lot of different style tracks compared to Formula 1. Formula 1 doesn't drive on ovals. I think the top speed of a regular Indy car in straight line is a lot higher than Formula 1. Only the Indy cars wouldn't be a match in cornering speeds. I remember that they once compared the same year running of both Formula 1 and IndyCar on COTA, the Circuit of the Americas. And it was a big gap between Formula 1 and IndyCar. And it's not because the Indy cars can't go as fast, they just can't corner as fast. I think the electric might be pretty cool. I think they would be fast. Oh yeah, their acceleration is insane, really. But they've chosen to go for certain types of track that I don't see very fitting as racing, if that makes sense. Yeah, let's do a little change here. They've chosen to do it a lot on like semi-street circuits, and like airports with built-in barriers, very bendy, twisty things. And then a few years ago, I don't know if it's still a thing, but at one point they actually put in. Do you know the overtake trick in Mario Kart where you have like those boosts on the ground so you go faster if you take the outside corner? Formula E actually implement that in racing itself, which is insane to me. Yeah, those speed ups. They put in those speed ups. From what I'm reading, F1 is more heavily engineered, IndyCar is more engine and chassis based. That's one way of putting it, yeah. Yeah, I think the easiest way to say it is that in F1, a team has to make their own car from scratch. And in IndyCar, you buy your chassis and you buy your engine and then set it up together. Basically that. Do they have bananas and shells to shoot too? They might. I mean, I haven't watched any Formula E in a long time. It doesn't really do it for me. Because it just, I don't know. It's a weird fit. It's feeling as a weird fit, at least. I'll set you out for 20 laps. There we go. Now that I would watch, that would be insane. To be honest, I'm a big racing fan for the racing, but I love a big crash. As long as there's like no physical injuries or anything at the end of it, like a big banging crash, that would be awesome. So imagining having, that's the wrong button, buddy. Imagining having something like a blue shell being able to shoot, so people actually have to do evasive maneuvers or end up crashing. That's insane. That sounds something that a lot of people would watch. Most likely. Everyone does. I don't know why, but we like Carnage. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason. I don't know how it is in other countries, but I'm assuming it's the same. Like when there's a big pileup on the other side of the highway, there's always traffic on your side of the highway as well, because us humans like to watch other people suffer. And in one way or another, it intrigues us, right? It's, idiots be rubbernecking? Is that how you call it? Is that the English way of phrasing it? Okay, let's see. We'll give him soft tires, and we'll actually see if we can run some time. So we're not going to change this setup anymore anyways. So we're just gonna say, let's do 10 laps. I'll send him out. Let's do...
Let's focus on the warm-up.
There we go. Let's see how far we are off, actually. Yeah, that's the English phrase, rubbernecking. Their necks stretch like rubber to see what's going. Oh, I get you. Yeah. Yeah, we got a phrase for it. I don't remember the exact phrase. I mean, we use different phrases for a lot of things surrounding that kind of thing. But like the traffic jam, the pile up in traffic on the other side of the accident.
Okay, understood.
Of course, it's something like a watcher's pile up or congestion. I just call it being an idiot. Yeah. You wouldn't be wrong. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, the saying goes, man, words.
How's the
Curiosity killed the cat, right? And that's very much true in this fact as well. I mean, I'm a curious man. I like being curious. I like to know what's going on. I like to see new things. That's only half the saying. I know. I know. Still, it's a factual part of the saying. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
Okay, we take the flag.
Really? I thought it went differently. You're probably right, though. I mean, I'm not native English, let alone in like sayings and such. It kind of changes the meaning. Depends on how you look at it. No? I mean, I'm pretty sure the meaning comes from like Schrodinger's cat, the whole experience. Let's see if we can change a little bit here still. I think we're good. It kind of means that the reward is sometimes worth the risk. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Can you hear my brain trying to brain? Like fully brain right now? I'm sorry I'm being a nerd. I'll stop. No, I like this kind of shit, man. It's good. It's fine. We're gonna do like a very sassy thing here by
Fuck is green, fuck is green.
saving our engine a little bit. And we'll go out after a few cars that run, and then we'll do one stint with both of them. There we go. And then we'll get into the race, actual race. I forgot how much time you can get lost in just doing one race, because there's a whole lot of setup. And I feel like I'm rushing everything. It's weird. No, but I like that kind of shit, crew. And the whole thing about Schrodinger's cat, that's a weird situation anyways, right? So, or weird, it's a weird concept to look at. You can look at it from all different angles and find truth from a lot of different sides. Oh, don't get me started on Schrodinger and his magic cat. Was the cat magic though? Is the bunny in the hat magic, or the guy pulling him out, the magician? Is he magic? That's the whole question. I just spun?
Okay.
So we might just fire him after race 1. That's how I'm feeling right now. Held by the automat. Let's see. Ah, that's fine. Sometimes they hold back way too much. I'll wish Baflo's dog would eat his ass or not eat his ass, however you look at it. Exactly. My point entirely. It all depends on how you look at it, right? Okay, I'm kind of surprised. We're pretty far off the pace still. 2 seconds is still like a very long time in racing terms, but seeing the 4 seconds earlier, I was kind of worried. So we're kind of... doesn't feel that bad. Still says nothing, because we still need to do the first qualifying, but... and we're dropping down the table the more I talk, so that's funny. Yo, Muzzy, welcome on in. How we doing? How's your weekend? Philosophy and brain teasers are fun. Me and friends would get high and talk for hours about them. Oh yeah, I mean, maybe now my brain isn't like in the right spot to see all the brain teasing being successfully being done on my brain. That sentence doesn't even make sense. See, this is what I mean. Since my brain isn't fully braining, I don't think I would enjoy it as much as I would normally, because I would probably miss quite a few things. But I do love brain teasers a lot. And then the whole looking at different angles in a philosophic way, that can bring up some good stuff for sure. Yeah, I think you and I can see eye and eye on that, in enjoyment at least, because I'm pretty sure we will have like a whole bunch of different views on a whole bunch of different things, but a whole lot of that will be cultural influence as well. I think it would be interesting discussing them with a non-native English speaker. Words mean different things in different languages, for sure. For sure. For sure. I mean, it happens to me. I don't think my English is bad at all. I mean, I've been speaking English for a very long time, and I think my level of English is pretty high. I'm not saying perfect, not at all, but I mean, it happens to me on a day-to-day basis that things get lost in translation still. You have great English, it's better than mine. Nah, I'll doubt that. I'll doubt that.
Will practice
It's
well, we're about to find out.
full knowledge about the language and such.
Dusty and abrasive. And even on
I'm not sure. And besides that, even between native English speakers, there's a difference, right? So when I learned English way back when, I learned what they call the Queen's English, right? The British English. And then got influenced by the American English. Found out there's a lot of differences, like subtle differences between American English and British English. And then you have, well, B-Ray just pointed it out earlier, I think earlier this week or last week or something. There's different sayings in Aussie English, which changes a lot of things yet again. And that's wild. That's wild. Aussie English is different too. Yeah, Aussie English is very different. I mean, it fully, not fully, not at all, but yeah, it is very different. At some parts, it's like a whole new language. Okay, our first qualifying session. I mean, we can manage it, but I'm not going to do anything. We'll manage it. Yeah, I speak American and do it badly. Yeah, that's one way to put it. So during qualifying, most important is that we have like a free gap to race in. We don't get blocked by other drivers. Although us probably being one of the slowest teams, it's more like other drives being blocked by us. But, you know, I like to give our drivers a chance to at least put something in there that is within their capabilities. So we'll see. Yo, thank you so much for the lurk there, Nine. We do love our lurkers. So we're aiming, since I don't know how much you guys know about the racing regulations, right? Qualifying is done in 3 sessions. So we start in Q1, meaning that the last 6 drivers are cut off. So we're aiming for a top in the top 16 to proceed to Q2. Then in Q2, another 6 will be eliminated. And then Q3 will be the top 10 who will fight for the first 10 spots.
Charjon in box. Charjon, box, box.
But given our sponsor goals, we're actually aiming for like top 20. That would be great. So if we can get just one team that's slower than us, that would be nice. And currently seeing that our drivers are very matched. I mean, there's only like 8 thousandths of a second between them. Meaning we're nearing like the ceiling of performance of our car. Normally. Although I'm not too confident in our driver's capacity just yet, so we'll wait on judgment on that. So Q1, we still have 12 minutes left as we finish our first run. So we'll quickly reconfigure and we'll put on fresh tires. Yes. And some new fuel. Just for one fast lap. We want to be as light as possible. And we'll do the same for car 2 as well.
Please check your pit limiter is on. Stop on the mark.
I think we can just speed up time. We got plenty of time left to do the setup here. We'll put fresh tires on and refuel. And we are ready to go out, but we're waiting for a few of the drivers to clear the track, finishing up their run. Because when they did like a fast lap, you'll do a slow in lap, and if we're stuck behind anyone on that, we're gonna lose time regardless. And we're probably seeing that we're only like a 10th off of Ricardo here. We want to try and get that at least, you know. That would be great. If we can keep 1 or 2 cars behind us in our first race, I wouldn't be mad. So we see some cars exiting the pits here. So we know that Leclerc here is currently the last one. So let's send one out here. We need to be in front of Leclerc. So we'll send one out here. And then we'll probably be fine. In terms of track position at least. So now I like to always look at this so we can see the sector times. So there are 3 colors in timing that can come up. It's either yellow, green or purple. Yellow means you're slower than your previous attempt at that sector. So now we're slower in the first sector than he was before. Green means you're faster and purple means you're fastest of all. So he's most likely not to improve his time. And he did not.
We're P14. Alright, so it'll be normal.
And Iwasa just started with a green sector, meaning he did improve in sector 1. So if he can keep that up throughout the rest of the... Well, that's yellow. Still can improve. And he did. But not by much. So we're actually hitting the ceiling of our car.
You're coming in.
We're actually hitting the ceiling of our car. We're still in front of Cho, though. That's exciting. So we might be able to do like a 3rd run. since the lap times are about 1:30-ish, the out lap takes a little bit longer. I think if we leave the garage with 2 minutes on the clock, we can still set in a new lap. As soon as the timer hits 0, and you cross the finish line, you're done. So if you start your flying lap, you can finish it, even if the timer is at 0. So it's gonna be tight at least for Iwasa here.
Sure your 50 meter is on. Stop.
We'll send out Hirakawa. And we'll try and get him on the road again. It's gonna be very quick turnover. He probably won't even make it, but we're gonna try anyways. Because if we don't, we're probably knocked out. So fresh tires, new fuel. Shouldn't take too long. Because in Formula 1, normal pit stops with new tires can go sub 2 seconds, which is insanely fast. And we'll send them out, and let's just see where we get. So he has to cross the line, which is here, between the buildings, before the timer hits 0, to get another lap in. Hirakawa made it, clearly. Iwasa is going to be tied. Didn't make it. Missed it by a second or so. Okay. But he did out-qualify 3. That's pretty good. I didn't expect that. Are we making it into Q2? We made it. Wow. P16, P17. Okay. Okay. It's much better than I expected, to be fair. Okay. So now we're probably gonna not go any further than that, but we'll see. We'll manage the session again. Why not? So this time we only got 1 car. And we'll just send him out. We got 50 minutes in this session, and we need to be in the top 10 to proceed. So probably now our starting position is going to be decided. We just don't want like a driver in front of us, too close in front of us, because their outlap will be slower as well. They're all faster cars, but they'll be slow in their outlap. So Russell is maybe an issue. No, okay, Hamilton is probably going to cost us a little bit of time, because if I slow down and go into like the camera where you can actually see other cars. See, so now he's in front of us. So he's on a warm-up lap. See, normally we would go faster, but it takes time to get by him. Which isn't shown on camera that well, but that's how it works in real life as well, basically. You can get a little bit of traffic because of the speed difference in out and in laps.
Take it easy in your in lap.
So a 130.3 means we're about a second slower than we were in the last session. Or was it the fastest time? Then I think it's not even that bad of a time. Now we do have to keep in mind that we have a set number of tires for the remainder of the weekend. So we want to keep 1 set of soft tires fresh to use in the race. So we can pick between soft, medium and hard. The softer the compound of the tire, the more grippy it is. So it means a higher cornering speed, but also more degradation or tire wear. So we just want to pick the best set we have of the already used tires, and it doesn't really matter between the 3 we've already used. So we'll slap them on, and we'll send them straight out again. Like I said, I don't think it actually matters. I'm not expecting him to be able to reach anything higher than P16 here. Of course, there's cars slower than us right now, but that's probably because they made a mistake or had an issue one way or another. So we'll see. Let's see if we can improve our time at least. So first sector is coming up with a yellow time, meaning he's slower than his previous run in this session in the Q2. Second sector is faster because we had that traffic situation in our first run.
20 P9.
And he did improve about a tenth, so it's not that much even. Okay. So now the decision we have to make, do we send him out to give him another go? Or do we just say this is it, this is the best we can do? So if we give him another go, we can give him that other set of tires at least. Yeah, we'll give him another go. It means more wear and tear on the vital parts in the car as well. So it won't matter as much this race, but it probably can influence on down maybe race 5 or 6. Or race 15, whatever, when we have to swap more parts like the internal combustion engine or anything like that and take a penalty. But we'll see. Let's just have him perform the best he can. Give him every opportunity to shine here. Okay, so he improved sector 1, that's good. He doesn't improve sector 2. And he doesn't improve overall either. But he did outqualify Albon there. And Magnussen. Okay, so P14. That's good. I'm happy with that. 130.4 and a 130.2. So it's fine. It's good. Didn't expect that at all.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Okay, so race day. I'm gonna refresh my drink before we get started. We have to actually think of what kind of strategy we want to use. Now, mandatory in the regulations is that we use 2 different compounds of tires. Now you can see right here that on car 1 we have 2 sets of soft and 1 set of medium for the running. And that line means the tire wear. So they're having a drop off, and when they hit that grayish line, that's basically when the tires are fully dead and they can explode or have other issues, but you'll lose a lot of time when you don't have any rubber left on your tires. So we want to think of how we want to tackle that problem. Now you also want to be flexible. So for example, there happens to be a crash on lap 17 and you plan to pit at lap 24. Maybe you still pit at lap 17 because the crash, if it brings out a safety car, it means you lose less time in the pit lane because the other cars aren't driving as fast because they're just basically not allowed to. So you have to be a little bit flexible, react to what happens during the race. So I'll have a quick think while I'll refresh my drink, and then now let's get into that first race of our racing team. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. Okay, let's see. Strategy. I think we're just gonna be bold. We're not gonna be able to match speeds of other drivers, so we probably don't even need fuel for the entire race. So we're gonna take 2 laps of fuel less, which means we have less weight at the start, which means we have a little bit more speed at the start. If we perform better than expected, we'll just have to run more fuel saving. That's the risk and reward we're going for. Now here's the important thing. Our main tire strategy. So we want to try to prevent the cars pitting at the same time. We also have to take into account that it could rain. Now, that being said, if you look at the prediction for this track, there's only like a 5% chance rain at highest, so most likely it won't. So I kind of like splitting the strategy a little bit between the cars, so going one, because it's going to be a 2-stopper most likely. So we'll go soft starting for one and medium starting for the other one. But looking at this, I think we want to edit the laps, because you see that the tires on the stints actually get used up pretty well. So if we take out if we start out not pushing, something like that, $19, so we'll go 18, no, we go 19 and 17, and then we could push for a little bit during the last stint if it matters actually. So I think that's our strategy for car 1, and we'll reverse it slightly, but we won't push on the first tire, so we can pit in lap 30. We're probably gonna run 16. I think we can do something like so. 15 and 12 laps in the end. Seems about right. We'll go with this. So our starting is don't go on high pace. Don't use the tires too much. And during the race we'll manage tire usage accordingly when we need to. So let's go. We'll manage.
You're witnessing a new chapter in Formula One as 11 teams line up on the grid. There's a chance for Esteban Ocon to show what he can do here.
I think they could have been higher up than 20th, but let's see if they can move forward from here.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. This is it. 22 cars on the grid.
Let's see.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Let's switch cameras to a first car. Let's hope we don't crash at the start. Okay, well, we'll switch to, what camera works? I think this camera works fine. I don't know. So we can see during the race that our tire temps now 102 degrees, which are fine. I mean, they're not perfect, but fine. And we do have a negative amount of fuel, 3.7 kilos. But that's because we said let's not take fuel for all the laps. So we have to either manage a little bit of fuel during the race, or what most likely going to happen, we're going to be lapped regardless. Now we also get a lot of track information, like the amount of fluids on track, well, water on track basically, the track temperature, how much rubber is on track, which influence the grip levels or the wear levels. And we can look at like the strategy fuel, the car condition, track details and how they change. And we can also look at telemetry, like lap times, sector times, history of laps and how it went, tire usage from our cars and our competitors, major events that happened. So lap 2 means the DRS is enabled. Now a driver can only activate their DRS when they're within 1 second behind the car in front of them. Whether that's the one they're racing or one that's a lap behind, doesn't really matter. But on certain occasions, race control will disable DRS, like with rain or some types of accidents. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yellow flag means something is up on the track. Oh, and the DRS zones, you can see on the little screen of, or the overlay of the track, the green areas is where you can use the DRS. So right here before the last corner, there is the DRS activation spot. If you're within a second from the car in front, you'll get DRS on the main straight, and you should be able to overtake more easily in turn 1. Now, I wasn't planning on watching the whole race just in single speed or double speed or anything. As soon as the race settles a little bit, we're going to speed up a little bit more. You see both of our drivers are now fighting, and okay. As long as they don't crash into each other, I'm fine with that. Now you can also see driver-specific data, like we did in qualifying, looking at the sector times, or confidence levels within the tactics, or the telemetry within the car. We can call them into the pit and set options before they get into the pit, and again look at how the car is doing, both on temperature or wears or damages, for example. So it's a whole lot to take in. Now there's another way we could improve our lap times. Like for example, now the leading car. Okay, let's go back to regular race speed. With the leading car, we'll just say deploy the battery more, which means you get more power.
Overtake available.
And use the tires a little bit more, so you'll increase lap pace. And we're only going to do that to pull away from our teammates in the fight there. The softer tire usually is the fastest tire, so that's the car we want to be our lead car. And we can see a gap forming in front of Magnussen. Like there's 3.5 seconds between Magnussen and Albon right now. So if we can overtake and maybe put some distance in between us. Since Magnussen's also on the medium tires. There we go. See? We can do a little bit of the racing apparently. We're a way better car than I would have expected.
Yeah, we're doing very well. We are P15. Albon in front.
Okay, let's do double speed again. So in this screen we can also see the percentage left on tire on our competitors. I don't know how much that is correlating to real life. I know that all the teams can see things about each other, but I'm not sure if this is that accurate. So if we look at our last lap sheet, we can determine if we are actually... Yeah, we're way faster than the cars in front. So we're gonna use less of our tires now. So we got a better tire wear currently than Albon in front of us. And a lot better lap time.
No more ERS.
Oh, we're using the ERS still. Okay, gotcha. So we'll put it in top up.
Okay, recharge on.
Meaning we'll start storing our battery again so we can use it again. That's why our lap times were so much better. We were overusing our electric power too long. Kind of forgot about that. So you'll see that in braking zones, the kinetic energy will recover energy to our battery. There we go. And now throughout a lap, it should go up.
2 cars out.
Oh, 2 cars out?
Okay, careful with debris on the straight. Careful with debris.
A crash? Oh, let's see. We love a good crash. Oh, both Mercs. Oh no. That wasn't a big crash.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
Hey, I don't mind. If some of the cars retire from the race, it just means we hit our sponsor targets a lot better. No penalties, that's fine. Sargent spins. It's good to know he's running last anyways. That is a lot like real life boss, by the way. Russell in the pit with damage. We can go and see what happens. So he's getting a new front wing, new tires, and he's off again. We'll be running in last place for a bit probably, but he'll be speedy. He's one of the front running teams, so he'll be speedy. He'll surely catch us pretty fast, I assume. So right now I'm mainly looking in lap times. I mean, if we look at the car, the track overview card here, you can see Russell being behind right now. We're in a nice little gap here. That's not too bad. Russell locks up, so he went off track again. And our lap times are still better than the cars behind us with our lead car. I'm mainly focusing on the lead car, by the way, because if anything surprisingly happens, I mean, it's not like I'm ignoring car 2. We only need one car to do a miracle and finish in the top 10, which would mean points. Points are important for the standings, because a lot of teams might struggle to get points. So if we could only get 1 point, we might even not finish last in the team standings or the constructor standings, which would be great. So let's go 4-speed. I think we're pretty safe to go 4-speed here. I think we can go to neutral with our front running car here again. That should make us see a little bit of lap time improvement, especially the lap that's coming up right now. Okay, we just took back half a second on Albon, which is great. We're still 2.4 seconds behind. Plenty of space. Our tires are doing a lot better than his. Oh, I just locked up. That's not good, buddy.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Crash involving multiple cars. And that's us. Oh shit, yeah, okay, yeah. That might be a penalty. Maybe.
And for the crew watching on in the garage,
Should
that
be.
really must have been a hard one to take.
I'm okay, okay, that's great. Do you have a puncture though? No, again suspension damage. So we already put a new suspension on his car during the weekend, and now again he's got damage. Yeah, we don't like that. So we're planning to pit between lap 16 and 22. Yeah, we got a penalty there. 5-second time penalty. So our next pit stop will first have to serve our penalty before we can actually change our tires, which is, well, sad, but it is what it is. Don't think it changes the race for us all that much, to be fair. We're still gaining on Albon. And in front of Albon there's quite a gap. And we want to come into the pits ideally like lap 18, 19-ish. That would be great. We still have to do a lot of fuel saving if it keeps like this, because I thought we would be way more to the back than we are. But that's a risk we took. That's a risk we took. That's fine. Meanwhile, in front, Ferrari and Red Bull seems to be battling for the podium spots, with Norris just behind, barely catching or keeping up with the front pack. Oh, we don't really care about that. We would care if they crash into each other. That would help us a lot. We just entered the pit window. Yeah, I think we're gonna put a little bit more use on the tires now.
Alright, buddy, push, push.
Because we can probably hold on for a few laps. Currently we're like 3 seconds behind Albon, who speeded up quite a bit, so he's probably coming into his pit stop as well. So might as well use up as much of the tire before we actually change them. And the more we use up from the tire, the more lap time we should be able to get. On 39.9, so we're gaining a little bit on Albon again. I'm not counting Alonso here, he just pitted, he's much faster than us. So I'm not really worried about that. One 140.2. That's not perfect, but it's fine. So we'll now go full push on our tires, lap 18. And I think we want to pit him lap 19, looking at how things are developing a little. And this isn't science on my end, it's just guesstimating. Yeah, open pit stop options. And we want the freshest tires we can get. Soft. So the red ones. And we'll pit this lap.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
We caught up on Albon though. We just took back 3 seconds in this last lap alone, which is wild. And we're actually trying to overtake him. Okay, let's just look at the first pit stop as a team here. Oh, meanwhile, let's see. Yeah, we've had a little bit more tire wear, so we're gonna conserve a little bit here.
That's okay.
Conserve a little bit on fuel.
Can do it, Bottas.
And I'll keep eyes on our front running car still.
Just manage your tires, please.
Actually going for an overtake. Let's go. I mean, clearly we're not running actually in 10th. Okay, first pit stop. And we entered the pit together with Albon, so it's actually also a team battle, and I'm expecting our pit crew not to be the fastest either. At least it's sub 3 seconds, so it's not
All clear on pit.
terrible. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. So we're 14th in fastest pit stops. It's fine.
Gap 1.2 seconds. Albon, the car behind. Gap 1.3 behind. 38 laps to go.
Okay, let's say don't fight teammate.
Okay, mate. Swap positions this lap.
because he just pitted. He's on a... He's gonna help
Position, okay.
help us keep Albon behind a little bit, maybe.
Push. Keep your head down. Okay, Bottas coming now.
There we go.
Overtake available.
So it's a whole thing.
Tyre temps look good.
It would be great if we could keep our car number 1 in front of Albon here. I think that would make us finish higher than we could ever expect.
P15. Russell's the car ahead.
Now, if for whatever reason Iwasa could
1.4 bit.
challenge Albon here and then keep him behind for even a lap or two, that would be great.
How is this tire?
I don't think it's happening though, but no, it doesn't look like it. So we'll just focus more on car 1 again. We'll put you back to neutral. Also, car 2 has damage, so yeah, that's the whole thing. Albon caught up on us, seeming to have quite a bit of overspeed, but it's still a long race. We're not halfway through. We plan to pit again in like lap 36. That's our schedule at least. So I think staying up with Albon, not like losing a bunch of time, that would be great already. Let's see, tire wears. Let's conserve here. Maybe we use this screen and go to strategy view and change your strategy a little bit. Because of the lockup, he is more of his rubber. So we're gonna push back his tire usage a little bit. And we're gonna do... try to get him to lap 32. Would be great. So we can increase the pace on both sets. Now then we need to get him to lap 33. Yeah. That's what we're gonna try at least. We don't have to go back into the strategy view before changing the actual call to get him into the pit. We can just call him into the pit. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're actually keeping up on Albon. That's great. That is great. We're actually attacking Albon. So this could be a time that we conserve a little bit of fuel. and a little bit of tire, so we could change a little bit, so give us a little bit more options with our strategy, hopefully. Because I don't think we have the overspeed to and overtake Albon and then also get up the field even further that easily. Now we did pass him, which is great. But we don't seem to be pulling away just yet. Nor are we really closing in on Russell, who I assume still has damage. Although we are getting into DRS range now, which would help us a lot here. There you can see the rear wing, actually the flap going up, meaning there's less drag, giving us more top speed. I'm surprised by our race pace as well. I'm surprised. We might even be, with a little bit of luck, looking at P12-ish, potentially. I mean, not with Iwasa. I mean, he's still got a penalty to serve. He's got damage. I mean, his race is just down the drain. By a driver error, I might add. Okay, let's see. What was the lap we wanted to go for? 36, right? Yes. So we did overtake Russell as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Can we actually maybe get closer then to Hulkenberg here as well? That would be surprising to me if we could actually make it up there. Halfway through the race, now I'm thinking maybe points is on the table. A top 10 finish. That would be insane. We just took back a second last lap. 6 seconds behind. Ricciardo and Stroll also very much in contention of being caught up by us. What tires are they running? It's all a mix in tires even. Okay. We all pit at once. Okay, nothing special there. But we're still in fuel saving mode as well. That's what surprises me most, maybe. Okay, there we go. Now we didn't take back a lot. We actually lost a lot on most. But we are at least pulling away from Albon still, which is equally as important. And it looks like Albon, now that he got by Russell, is actually gaining on us pretty fast again. That being said, where are the leaders? So we're here. And here. So yeah, we're gonna be lapped at least once. I'm just gonna assume that here. So I think we're fine in stopping a little bit of fuel saving here. Which should increase our lap times again.
Let's get ready.
The guy sounds sad even. Man. Disappointed pick so far.
When you can we have a phase batteries and status update, please.
Albon just took back nearly 2 seconds last lap on us. That's insane. Okay, let you go push. So let's see if your lap times actually improve. Going out of the 140s. Well, it's not, I don't think it matters. It's not going to be good regardless. Okay, that changed quickly, because now I don't think points might be on the table. Now I'm more thinking, let's see if we can actually hold on to P15, 14, 15. I think that's the range of battle we're in. 13, 14, 15. That's our aim. I mean, we're keeping up with Albon again, so that's good. Actually able to attack him. Nice, okay. We're not doing that bad, we're not doing that bad, we're doing okay. Full push in those tires, please. Thank you. Let's use a little bit of battery. Let's just tease Albon here. And as soon as we're coming up on the main straight, we'll put our battery back. I forgot about the second little bit of straight there, but now we'll put our battery back. We'll save up a little, although we're still full, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll go on those and confirm.
Box, 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 box.
3.9 behind Hulkenberg. With much better tires, so both Ricciardo and Hulkenberg are gonna pit soon, I assume. Because I think like that gray line we've been seeing in the strategy view, I think that's about 30% of the tire. That's when we get a performance drop, and then you can have all kinds of issues like exploding tires or flats or whatever, punctures of whatever shape or form. Let's get into this strategy view again. Oh no, we need the mediums anyways. So we're okay, we're very good. We can go aggressive on our tires. Use up a little bit more. Use the battery. And let's see if we can gap a little bit on Albon before we actually go to the pits again. And Albon ain't gonna follow us into the pits now, because he's running mediums right now. I can get so invested into racing, by the way. It's insane, but... Okay, now let's see if we can actually gap him a little bit. Pull away from him. Maybe even get to Hulkenberg, who's gonna pit before us. And there's a yellow flag. It's a long one, so something happened. Magnussen spun. Just a spin, nothing broken. Oh. Okay, nothing serious, so... Let's keep going. Okay, let's put you back into neutral. Ricciardo just came into the pits. I don't mind the fact that this should be the optimal lap for us to pit, but we still got so much tire left currently. And we're running at a good speed that it means if we go one lap further, we'll have to do one lap less on the new tire, which means we could use that tire more near the end of the race. So I'm fine by just going on a little bit further than our planned lap to pit. Catching Hulkenberg there's huge, actually. 37.1, pulling away pretty decently there. We have a very big gap ahead of us, but let's see. No mistakes. Hulkenberg actually follows us into the pitch, so it's again a battle. Where are the teams? That looks so strange. Okay, new tires. 2.8. It's faster than the first one. Pretty sure.
We're P14. Next car on the road is Magnussen. Hulkenberg behind. 2.3 behind. Okay, 20 laps to go.
Okay, so we got to do 20 laps on the mediums. This shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be an issue at all. And now car number 2 should be lapping. Yeah, he's lapping a lot faster lap times anyways. In 136.3 instead of like the 140s we're seeing up ahead. So maybe he can gain a few positions. Well, at least one. Then there's like a big gap. But we'll focus on our lead car here. And let's see what kind of lap times we can actually produce. Oh, that's already Magnussen ahead. Oh, that's huge. P13. Albon probably still has to come to the pit. Ricciardo, I'm not sure. I don't think he... No, he did pit. He did pit. Albon surely. Magnussen surely. Ricciardo doesn't have to. So yeah, it's probably... If we can catch up to him, that's about where we end up. P12, P11. I think that's about a ceiling we can get to this race at least. So the tires here, now you can see they are overheating a little bit, so we'll have to back off a little bit. We'll conserve a little bit of fuel. Lap times aren't competitive to the cars around us anyway, so like I said, we don't really care about that car that much. With our lead car, we do want to try and stay ahead of Albon if we can. So we'll conserve a little bit of fuel. We'll top off our battery a little bit. We had a faster lap than the cars behind us. That's good. We're gaining on Albon, who still is yet to pit. That has to be the truth. That has to be the case. Ricciardo pulled away 2 seconds. That's not good. Okay, and Russell is gaining fast as well. But we topped up the battery enough. And I think we've saved enough fuel as well. On both cars probably. 15 laps to go. Albon surely has to pit. And that's about 20 to 25 seconds he's gonna lose. So we're trailing him by 15 seconds. So he'll be 10 seconds behind us even. So right behind Russell. So now we just want to pick up our lap times a little bit. That would be great. 35.9 isn't fast enough. 2 cars chasing us. Let's ask more of the tires here. Let's start pushing a little bit. They're already in DRS range as well, so it's really a struggle to stay ahead because they seem to have a lot of overspeed. But we'll try. The fact that Russell's also attacking, we might lose 2 places in one straight. No, we're pulling away just enough. Yes, okay. And now they're battling, which helps us a little bit as well. 36.5, that's not good though. Albon did came into the pit, so he's behind us. And we're not gaining on Ricciardo. So we need a miracle to end up anything better than P14. We need something to happen here. Surely Russell is going to overtake us as well. Pretty sure. I mean, we took this position back right now, but oh man. It's quite competitive to start like this then. I thought our car would be a lot worse. We would be really fighting up the field a lot more. Stroll's still coming into the pit. That's crazy. Although we also still need to pit as well. Let's just do that right now. Here. You come into the pit. I don't think Albon can catch us anymore, but having 2 cars behind us that close is an issue. So we're using way more tire now. I mean, we might be fine still on tires. $35. And some lead cars are coming up behind us now, so we're gonna get lapped. While we're trying to overtake. Okay, that's huge actually. Let's pull that back a little bit. And we're in front of the other two at least. And we get one DRS here. That's like I said, that's pretty big. That could really help us. I mean, still 7 laps to go. 8 laps to go. Still a long way, but Russell's tires don't look to be able to push throughout the race anyways. The remainder of the race. We're overheating a little bit, so we'll back off just the tiny bit there. Which probably means we'll get past again, surely. But we're in the battle, we're in the mix. I mean, it's not at like podium spots just yet, but it's our first race as a team. We got upgrades cooking. It's not the worst thing. If we even retake the position, if we do that every time, that's insane. I mean, it won't increase our lap times, having a constant battle going on like that, but it's something at least, right? Okay, we stayed ahead this time at that point. Now Russell is all caught up again as well. How are his tires looking then? Same-ish, okay. Okay, okay. Well, we can use a little bit more fuel as well now. And we'll enter the battery here if we go up the main straight. Just to see if we can pull a little bit of a gap. To get Russell involved. With him instead of us. Then we should have retaken that position there. Yeah, that might be an issue. Sadly. I mean, we can still retake the position here, which is great. I mean, if we do that 5 more times. Oh no, he stayed ahead. Dang it! Now we're out of battery, so that doesn't help coming up on the main straight. DRS helps, so we do get the... no, we don't get the overtake done there either. Okay, we got a little bit blocked in traffic there. Don't like that either, but it is what is. And now we got the problem that Russell is behind us. We don't have DRS. So this is where we lose the spot to Russell as well, probably. And then we end up finishing P14, although Albon has caught up with us a hell of a lot, actually. Hey, that was a close battle. I live in a town where they race MotoGP every year. Okay, that's cool. And welcome in, Nine of Hope. How you doing? I do watch like MotoGP on occasion. I'm not the biggest fan of like the motor racing if it's not car racing. But those races are very, very exciting. Thought it was related to your stream? It is. Yeah, it's racing. It's racing. It's a whole different style of racing as well. I mean, not only the number of wheels, but actually the way you have to. I mean, I have mad respect for those people. Oh man, Albon still took us. The way they're able to like throw their body over that motorcycle and then use the weight and the leaning angles, the tight racing they have during that, it's insane to watch. Really is. Mad respect. And it's good races to watch.
Keep an eye on the fuel, please.
How's the game treating you? This is our first race. We created our own team to enter the Formula 1 grid. And we picked a little bit lore, so to speak, of being a full new team with a decent budget and a decent first setup. But I wasn't expecting us to be able to fight within the midfield. Did you say full nude? No, I didn't say full nude. No, not even close. I can't even think of what you might have misheard as full nude. No, I'm really scratching my brain. Full new team. Oh, gotcha. No, new, brand new. We created a brand new My Team experience. And it's the final lap, so we're just gonna gung-ho all the way to the finish.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc.
Maybe we get Hulkenberg here and end up P14.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
I was expecting to fight for P20 maybe. But P15, okay, well,
It's the checkered flag.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I mean, we're supposedly, before the race, we got the report of how our car performance was. You'll see it after the race again as well. But the level, the estimated position on performance on different levels of a car, the only decent quality our car had was acceleration, which we're projected to be 5th in. And the rest is all 17 to 20 range. So fighting for P15 is decent. Heck, we're fighting for P12 even. And it doesn't really matter if you finish 12th or 15th that much. Like I said, top 10 scores points. For the slower teams, if you by accident get a point, that can be huge. So for us as a new team, that would be great, getting a point at one point.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
It's been a very frustrating day for them, and they leave without any points. That's not the sort of performance we'd expect to see, really.
I hate it when the game doesn't agree with me. I think we're surprised that we actually got that far. Honestly, for a new team, I mean, if you look at real life, we have gotten a new team on the grid this year. they're dead last every race,
And with that,
or when
drivers
other
finally
people
get the
are in
chance to
trouble,
cool off
they
and
happen
enjoy
to
themselves.
move up a few spots. But they're very off the pace, which is normal. You have to get into the whole making your own car, making your own parts, getting the team together.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling?
Can
in
you
the
continue
seat
just
garage at the
leveling
end of that?
acceleration? You can.
Well,
Um,
it's a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think
And now
the
they're
main
kinda
target
happy?
now
That's
will be
weird.
finding some consistency for sure.
The way you make your car better here, you
That's
actually
about that.
design
So
new
this weekend's
parts.
action here in
And
Bahrain.
after you design a new
Teams
part, you
now
can
look
choose
ahead
to
to the
take
next
that part
lap,
into
where they
production and then
roll
put it
out in
onto
the
your car.
sandals of Saudi Arabia.
But you have to manage between your team's finances and let me just show you. It's a lot easier to show you. We don't get any points. That's fine. Oh, I am curious. How did we do on pit stops? Yeah, not that good. No, we're slowest, but not by much. So we can improve there. Yeah, not by much. It's fine. So this is the important thing for us. So our sponsor target was 20 and 21st. So we just earned an extra nearly $500,000. That's very helpful. How to make money? Targets, sponsor targets, either race performance or like media days. You can set up factory tours, stuff like that. So if you look at car development, and we'll have to do that, you can see here in our warehouse currently we have spare parts for our chassis, our front wing, rear wing, side parts on the floor and suspension. Before the season started, we set up 4 new design parts. So all parts on the car give performance levels on different areas. And our engineers are now using their knowledge to make a better rendition of the part we designed for this season's car. And hopefully when they're done, so in about 12 days our first 2 parts are done. It's such a big step up that we can produce the part, which takes a couple of days again, and then get a performance boost. But other 2 teams do the same, so it's really a challenge in between that. Now we did have a little bit of a touch with car 2 again, so we're missing the suspension. So let's make sure we install that. So here you can see, where is that? Oh, here you can see our performance window. So currently we're 6th in acceleration, but this is, I'm assuming, yeah, this is car 2, so car 1 will be 5th. There are 22 cars on the grid. So on different factors, we're not a good team. Only acceleration is decent. And within the car parts, then there's different aspects that also do performance. It goes a lot deeper than I've shown so far even. Let's check our mailbox real quick. Yeah. Basically saying our car is poor, and it's given us an overview of wear and tear on parts. So we knew that suspensions were broken, the rear wing was broken in our practice session as well. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. At least we got our first race under our belt, right? It sounds complicated. Yeah, so here's the thing. I've been a big race nerd for a long time. So I know a little bit about racing at least. I've played this game before. I know this game. I might not know all the mechanics of this game anymore, but I know like the base interaction of different car parts to each other and all that kind of stuff. If you don't know anything about the racing, then it's a steep learning curve for sure. Because you also have to take in check that you have a cost cap and you have a budget, and you can't just throw money at the wall and wait for something to just stick. No, it's planning to get better, basically. And I've been rushing through it because it took me now 3 hours from start stream to do one race, which is insane because I feel like I've rushed it and it still took that long. So yeah, there's a lot to take in for sure. Because this is, for example, one part that we haven't touched yet, and that's the pit stops. We can actually put in where the pit crew is training, on what areas. So there's the jack operating, taking the tires off, putting tires on, operating the wheel gun, the release of the car, or the actual building of the car, because it's the same engineers that do setup changing during practice sessions, for example. So the higher their car building skill is, the faster we can change setups and find the perfect setup during training. I found a spot with 117% crop yield for wheat. Oh, really? Where the hell is that? Also, I don't know if you noticed, 9FO, if you've been lurking. In my pre-dinner stream, I streamed Kenshi, and we lost our run. We got overwhelmed by another assault by the United Cities. Everybody is gone. Okay, let's see. I think we want to focus a little bit more maybe on car building. Although I'm kind of fine with that increase as well. We'll just confirm this. The United States are terrible. Yeah, that accidental misclick steal that we did, that bit us in the ass very hard in the end. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, let's continue to the new race week, but I do think we're gonna wrap up before doing the new race, because it's second stream of the day, and I think it's been fun, but I wanted to test this game for streaming. Okay, so I can read this whole email, but I can just tell you guys what happened is that the hours we can use the factory, so the computer simulator or the wind tunnel, has been reset. So when our parts are done, that's when we can design new parts again and use our facilities as well. That's why just save and load is fine, and will trigger some viewers. No, you can't load just because this or that. Oh no, let me, by the way, allow that message. No, save and load is perfectly fine. I'm not hating on save and load. I just like the hardcore style version of gameplay in games like Kenshi a lot better. This is not important as well. I think this is actually going into the race, but that's fine. We'll aim for 20th and 21st again. And then we'll save and wrap it up here.
Where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
But let me finish my thought about the save loading thing. I mean, I don't like the save loading myself, but people that like save loading, especially in Kenshi, Kenshi is a game that's perfect for save loading. You're always gonna have people that don't agree with it, and you should ignore them. My view on games like Kenshi is play it as you seem fit. In every single player game, and this might be a hot take for some, but in every single player game, I don't see any trouble or problem with you using any types of cheats. And safe loading isn't even a cheat. It's a way to cope. It's a way to give yourself room for error. I like the fact that if I make an error, I have to live with the consequences. Yeah, I was telling you how to play. No, you weren't at all. No, I didn't take it like that. Not at all. Because I do agree that if you look back at our last Kenshi run that we just lost today, like earlier today, if I did safe loading, we should probably still be in the run. Because the reason why I lost the run wasn't because of anything I did today. It's the result of what happened whatever many streams back. That misclick, where I accidentally stole something out of a chest from some of the United Cities, that is the trigger point that caused all the raids, all the assaults on our base, the constant beating up to a pulp and then being captured by slavers and not having time to heal and eventually just being overwhelmed by it. But yeah, that's what I like. But I can see and I understand, and I wouldn't mind people that in that situation would think, oh, that was a misclick, I'm gonna save load. I don't mind if people like the playstyle, oh, let's try and steal this and then find out their consequences of their action. Like, even if it's an hour later, and say, okay, that wasn't that smart. Let's go back to that point and let's do it differently. That's fine. It's just a choice. It's a preference, right? If you like playing this type, or whatever kind of way, then yeah, just do what you have to do. What if you get a phone call and you need to leave instantly, no time to pause? You mean me personally, when I'm playing Kenshi? I don't get a phone call when I don't have time to pause. When I'm playing Kenshi, 9 out of 10 times, one of my fingers is either hovering the spacebar or so close to the spacebar, and yeah, spacebar is pause, right? So as soon as my phone rings, before I pick up, I will instantly press pause. That's just how that goes. I do what you get. What if something happens out of your control and mistakes are made because of that, right? Losing a save to a corrupted SSD. I can give you an example of what actually happened. I think it was our second or third run. We started setting up an outpost not far from Atmac, I think, that Shaq City. And at one point, because I've been streaming all my Kenshi over the last month, right? So it's all on stream. At one point, I really need to take a bio break, and we were just waiting for production lines, right? Stone, iron, all that stuff. So I kept the game running, went to the bathroom, grabbed a drink on the way back, and I kept it running at 3 speed. And I came back within a minute. It was terrible. Yeah. Within a minute, we got... Was it spiders? I think it was spiders, right, Smear? Spiders walked into our base and ate us all alive. Yeah, it was spiders? Yeah, exactly. So, that's when we decided, that's where I did a save load, or I loaded up a save. The thing is, I've voiced this while I'm streaming Kenshi a lot. I like to do the hardcore way, or the Iron Man way, or however you want to call it, without the save loading. But I don't limit myself to not do it in special occasions or anything. There's been a few glitches that happened, like the inventory glitch happened to us, I think 4 times. We couldn't do anything but save load at that point. And we've had that glitch there where when you come out of a conversation and there is an attack of what sort, I don't remember if it was the people that we were in a conversation with every time. I know that it was at least once. They should be hitting us, but they tried to attack us. We saw the animation happen, but we didn't take any damage. And we couldn't fight them back either. So that got glitched as well, and that needed a reload as well. I loaded a save because half my mercs died in the Foglands. I've carried them around for 40 days. The Fogman abducted some merc captain. Still lost him, but tried several times to save him. Was just impossible. Oh yeah, I mean, also you can try stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, no hate on people that use safe loads. I get that. That's just a whole different way of playing a game. And my whole point is, if you play a single player game, whatever thing you decide is most fun for you, whatever playstyle, go with that. If you want to install cheats or mods or whatever that breaks the game as intended, go for it. If you enjoy that, go for it. Do what you enjoy. The only thing what I'm against is when you do multiplayer gaming, especially competitive multiplayer gaming and whatever shape or form, then you have a more stricter set of rules. You have to have rules because you need somewhat of a like a level playing field. Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. No. I'm not saying you're arguing, but I'm just very passionate about my view on that. I hear so many people. Let's make sure that's there. Yeah. So many people talk about. Like you said, that people say when you do save loading, oh no, yeah, that's weird that you do save load from that. I'm like, come on, man, play like you want it. Play the game like you want to, right? What's the most important thing about playing a video game? It's enjoying it. And whether you enjoy losing yourself in a virtual reality or just achieving something or whatever, go for it, right? That's my whole view. End of rant, by the way. I didn't mean to sound harsh or anything. It's just kind of frustrating at times. I'm not saying you are saying this, Nine of Hope, not at all. But I remember a lot of people saying, no, you have to do it like this. No, you don't. You don't. Go with the flow. We like the vibes for a reason. Go with your vibe. Do what you enjoy. That's the main thing. Honestly. Science. Yes. That being said, my brain's been braining at high 80% maybe, probably low 80%, maybe high 70%. I gotta wrap it up. I am playing right now and was before. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's see. Does anybody have a suggestion where to raid out to? Because I don't see anything in my immediate list. Where to go to? This guy plays Foxhole. And you said you were going to play a relaxing game this evening? I did play a relaxing game, right? The manager's game is very relaxing. I'm still relaxed, by the way. It's just the whole discussion. I know that sometimes I can come off as like stressed or angry even on views like that. It's not that. I'm just passionate about those views. Did you send a name as well, Nine of Hope? Because I don't see a name of a channel. This guy plays Foxhole. I've been freed from the land of thistles. Hello. Welcome back, Drake. Hope you're okay. Gazero84? Okay, sure. Let's go check him out. He didn't ask me to do this. Oh no, it's fine, man. I mean, I don't mind. I trust you. If you say it's a good vibe, we'll go check him out for sure. And hi, Drake, and bye, Drake, because I'm just wrapping up right now. I hope it was okay. You didn't get stung too much by the thistles. You get stung by thistles, right? Like I said, my brain ain't braining fully. There we go. I want to thank you all for joining me on this this weird day, though. Like I said, not a fully functioning brain, but I enjoy hanging out. I enjoy trying stuff. And hope to see you guys next time. For now, have a great rest of your weekend. I might be back tomorrow. Maybe. I'll see. I'll try. Bye-bye.